Many of you know I am a big fan of Korean skincare, so I wanted to share a few Korean sunscreens and moisturizers that I have been loving lately. Hey there, I'm Dr. Sam Ellis, and I'm a board-certified medical and cosmetic dermatologist in Northern California. I'm here to help you understand your skin and find products that work for you. So if that sounds good, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This video includes a partnership with Stylevana. They are a one-stop online shop where you can find the trendiest Asian beauty products, including all of the products I mentioned in this video. Stylevana also recently launched Vana Family Kit Sets. Use my code INF10 Dr. Sam to get 15% off the kit sets, 12% off your entire order, or 22% off any order that's $39 or more. I'm really excited about this partnership. I've been ordering Korean beauty products off of Stylevana for years, and it's really nice to be able to recommend a reputable site to get Asian beauty products. Even though there are so many different types of Korean beauty products that I love and use all the time in my skincare routine, I really wanted to focus on sunscreens and moisturizers because I feel like it's something that K-beauty does so incredibly well. First of all, the UV filters that are available for use in Korean skincare are so much more advanced than what's available in the United States. So I feel like you can create more elegant sunscreens that are even more effective. I also find that the formulas for both sunscreens and moisturizers tend to feel just a bit more special. I feel like they do a really good job of making textures feel really lightweight, but also incredibly nourishing. And I don't know if that's because of the technology that they have access to, or the fact that it's a more humid climate in Asia, and so they want to make things that are good for warm climates, that are better for oily skin. But whatever they're doing, it's working, and I feel like more people need to try these. Let's start out with sunscreens. It is my dream as a dermatologist to help every single person find a sunscreen that they love and will use consistently, because we know sun protection has so many benefits for the skin. And as a practicing dermatologist who recommends sunscreen to people every single day, I find that people have a lot of hangups about sunscreen, and it usually has to do with how they smell, how they feel on the skin, how they look on the skin, the price point, and I feel like Korean sunscreens address a lot of these issues incredibly well. One of my favorite sunscreens is by Skin 1004. It's their Madagascar Centella Hyaluronic Water Fit Sun Serum SPF 50 PA++++. First of all, I have to give a shout out to the packaging. This is probably my favorite packaging of any of the sunscreens I'm mentioning today. It's nice and thin, so it's very easy to toss in a purse or a bag on the go. I also really love this very ergonomic pump dispenser. It just makes everything a little bit easier. And I also feel like it really helps when measuring out the sunscreen, because sunscreen only works if you're using the proper amount. And I feel like if you know how many pumps it takes to kind of cover your face or your arms or your neck, you're going to get the same application every time. I feel like this sunscreen would work well for so many different skin types, including people who have sensitive skin. This has a super lightweight serum-like texture that rubs in effortlessly into the skin. And I would say it leaves just the slightest dewy finish on the skin. It is certainly not heavy or greasy or shiny, but if you're someone who is super duper oily, you might find that it doesn't dry down completely matte. This also has Centella asiatica, which is a very soothing plant extract that can help with things like irritation and inflammation. So I also find that this is very well tolerated by people who have inflammatory skin conditions like acne and rosacea. Another sunscreen that I've absolutely been loving is the p.calm Water Barrier Sun Cream SPF 50 PA++++. I really like this sunscreen for people who have dry skin, or for people who maybe don't want to layer a moisturizer under their sunscreen, because this is a very moisturizing SPF. Even though it's a bit more rich and moisturizing, it does not have a heavy or greasy feel on the skin, and the finish is very skin-like. It does not look shiny. This leaves absolutely zero white cast on me, and for people who like a little bit more of that slippy, silky texture to their products, I think you will love this. I've actually been using it as a hand cream because it's SPF 50, and it is very hard to find a US hand cream that's SPF 50 that isn't chalky or sticky or greasy. And I know it's meant for the face, but you can use it other places too. Another great moisturizing sunscreen is by Chumiso. It's the Awsun Airy Fit Daily Moisturizer with Sunscreen SPF 50 PA++++. This is another great versatile sunscreen with advanced UV filters that really dries down beautifully on the skin with a slightly radiant finish. I would say if you have super dry skin, you'd probably want to layer a moisturizer underneath this, which I will be talking about in a little bit. But if you are on the oilier side, I definitely think this sunscreen will work for you without putting moisturizer at all underneath it. In terms of the packaging, it has this little flip down here, and it's not the absolute tightest seal, like it's very easy to open. So this is not one that I throw in my purse because I get a little worried about it leaking, but it is amazing and I'm going to use every last drop of it. And then my final Korean sunscreen recommendation is going to be so obvious. It's the Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Rice and Probiotics SPF 50 PA+++++. This makes it into basically all of my sunscreen videos. I know I've mentioned this before, but this was really the first sunscreen I ever tried that gave me that moment of like, whoa, sunscreen can be incredible because it's lightweight, it's moisturizing, there's no white cast on me, it doesn't aggravate my rosacea. And for that reason, I feel like this is such a go-to recommendation, not just from me, but from so many people in the skincare community, whether they're estheticians or dermatologists or creators. It's just fabulous. When I'm comparing the sunscreens I already mentioned and thinking about their formulas and their ingredient lists, I actually think that the 1004, the Chumiso, and the Beauty of Joseon are all pretty similar in how they feel and look on the skin. They have different key ingredients, but I feel like they all are so lightweight, play so nicely on the skin, and they're just a little bit different from one another. So if you're interested in trying them and sort of exploring their nuances, get all three. They're all incredibly affordable. I guarantee if you like one, you will probably like the other two as well. One more sunscreen I want to highlight is the Isanox UV Sun Pro Sun Fluid. This is SPF 50 PA++++. On this bottle, it says waterproof, but in the US, you cannot call sunscreens waterproof. So I would say it's water resistant. This is an absolutely gorgeous, lightweight serum. It rubs in with a gel-like texture. It has a beautiful, natural finish. It's definitely fragrance. It's like a sweet floral. So if you're not a fragrance person, you're not going to love this, but it takes a lot for a sunscreen to have a fragrance and for me to still recommend it. And this one is just, it's awesome. It's definitely pricier than some of the other Korean sunscreens as well, but to me, it is well worth it. If I'm going to the beach or the pool, or I'm worried about getting like wet or sweaty or anything like that, this is the sunscreen that I'm choosing. It has such a gorgeous dry down. I feel like water resistant sunscreens can sometimes feel suffocating on the skin, or like you have this really thick film on your skin, and this just feels like nothing. And that's really what sunscreen should feel like. You don't need to be reminded that you're wearing sunscreen. You put it on and you kind of want to set it and forget it. Okay, I'm done with sunscreens. Let's talk about moisturizers. So I know this product isn't technically a moisturizer, but I feel like it contributes to moisturization. So I really wanted to include it because I've been using it in my routine for the past month and I am obsessed. And it is the Numbuzin Toner Super Glowing Essence #3. And if I absolutely butchered that name, I'm so sorry. So I would never really consider myself like a toners person or an essences person. I even have an entire YouTube video called Skincare You Don't Need, and I talk about both toners and essences. But to me, it's less about the name of the product and really more about what it offers for your skin. And this is just such an amazing hydration product that to me also really refines my skin texture and truly gives me an immediate skin glow. So this is really cool. It has over 50 fermented ingredients, and fermented ingredients have really gained popularity in the past several years. They can help with things like skin barrier strength, hydration, brightening, and I feel like this product does all of those things. I have been using this morning and night. In the morning, I put it on after my vitamin C. I probably only need 4 to 6 drops, and I sort of pat it and press it into my skin, and then I go in with moisturizer and sunscreen. And in the evening, after I cleanse my face, I've been putting it on and then following up either with my exfoliant or my retinoid. I actually really debated putting this in the video, aside from it not technically being a moisturizer, but because I felt like people might judge me for using this, but I just feel like it is so nice. Like, I get it. I finally get the hype about like an essence, and I never really got it before. But again, it's not about the fact that it is a toner or an essence. It's more about the ingredients themselves and how they play together and the overall formulation and how that works on my skin. Now let's move on to the true moisturizers. And first up, I have the Purito Dermide Relief Barrier Moisturizer. If you watched my skin barrier repair routine, this was featured in there. And since then, I've gotten so many DMs on Instagram, comments on that video, texts from my friends who said they started using this product and are obsessed. This is a gorgeous, luscious moisturizer that is packed with ceramides, so ingredients that naturally exist in our skin that help kind of keep our moisture barrier intact and keep our skin barrier supported. This is an incredible fall and winter time moisturizer, or if you have really dry skin, I think this could be used year round. The other really nice thing about this Purito moisturizer is that it's huge. Like for a face moisturizer, 3.38 ounces. So that is a lot of value. Another moisturizer I really wanted to give a shout out to is the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Moist Cream. I know some of you hate that I called it a moist cream, but that's what's on the bottle. So to me, this formula is really unique. I like it because it feels very lightweight, but it is so nourishing. And for people who have dry skin who don't like putting on a thick cream, but feel like they really need that moisture and they actually want to feel their moisturizer on their skin, this is what that does. There are some people out there who don't want to be aware of the presence of their cream, but there are also people out there who feel like as soon as they put their moisturizer on, it's like absorbed by their skin and then it's gone and their skin's a raisin again. And if that's you, this is the product for you because it sits on your skin, it absorbs in, but then you can still feel that it's there and you don't feel like you're drying out. You feel like you have a nice supportive moisturizer barrier on the outside of your skin, and that's exactly what this does. For me, this is too rich to use during the day because I wouldn't want to go on and put sunscreen on top of it. But at night, if my skin is really suffering or I just feel like I want that little hug of moisturizer and to feel it on me, this is what I use. And the final moisturizer I'm going to recommend is the p.calm Kato Cream. This is such a nice balance of something that is not like a lightweight lotion. It's not like a heavy, rich cream. It sits right in the middle. This has ceramides and cholesterol and fatty acids in the appropriate ratio to really support the skin barrier. And that's the focus of this particular moisturizer, is skin barrier nourishment. And I can totally see why. It sort of has that initial impressions when you put it on the skin of like a cream, but then it melts down so effortlessly so it doesn't feel like you're wearing something very heavy. I really like this because I feel like it's very versatile. You could wear it during the day or at night, or if you're trying to have a really streamlined skincare routine, you could use it morning and night, which is great. To me, this moisturizer is also like the perfect size. It's 2.7 ounces, so it's ideal for travel for me because I can use it on my face, my neck, my legs, my arms. It's like a body moisturizer and a face moisturizer, and you get enough product, and it's just gorgeous. Like, it feels so good on the skin. Your skin feels supported, which is exactly the point of this moisturizer. And it layers really well under other products. I don't find that it causes other things that I put underneath it to pill up. And when I put makeup on top of it, I don't have any issues either, which is really important. I first tried this cream because I had a patient with eczema who recommended it. She's like, oh, have you tried the p.calm Kato cream? And I was like, what the heck is that? And she was telling me it's a Korean moisturizer. And I was like, I love K-beauty. How have I not heard about this? So I'm really glad that this is now in my rotation because it is so easy to use. It's a very effortless moisturizer, and I feel like it would fit well in so many different types of skincare routines and for people with all different skin types. What are some of your favorite Korean sunscreens or moisturizers? Please let me know in the comments. I'm always on the lookout for more amazing K-beauty products. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.